and we're going to go into our meditation. So now you want to sit. First, you're going to sit in the comfortable position. Although now I'm almost at the point where I don't even know which side is more comfortable anymore. I'm starting to build some good symmetry in here. So I'm actually going to go in the normal side that I usually would go in. We're going to do again. We're doing until 1. We have 10 minutes until 1, but until 1:11 for our 21 minutes. So for those of you that do have to get off at 1, definitely set a timer so that you're reminded. And if not, please stay with me until the end, right? 21 minutes. And so just if you can't stay until the end with us, I'm sending you so much love and positive energy, and I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful week ahead, okay? So just let yourself close those eyes here. Relax, push the shoulders down the back. Your hands can be on your knees or in the center. And we're just going to tap into that Anapana again. We're just going to bring our attention beneath the nostrils and above the upper lip. And we just want to observe whatever sensation arises there for us. It could be any sensation, but the goal is to not react. The goal is to remain equanimous and just continue to observe as things arise and pass away. Arise and pass away, because it's the law of impermanence. Ensure you're not clenching your jaw or squeezing your teeth together or pressing the tongue at the roof of the mouth. Just let everything in your mouth go and relax. Just let all of the muscles in your face release, like gravity's taking place. And everything from the top of the head down is just trickling away. All of the stress is melting away. And bring that attention really beneath the nostrils and above the upper lip. And just focus, just see what's happening there for you as you relax everything else. if you catch yourself wandering with your thoughts in the future or in the past, just come back to the present. Just come back to your task at hand, observing whatever sensations arise for you, observing reality as is beneath the nostrils and above your foot. We're just about to be 1/3 through our 20-minute meditation. Just check in with yourself, see where you are right now. See if there's other sensations that are trying to pull you away from where you're focusing. And that's okay. Your thoughts, other sensations, distractions are always going to try and pull you away. The difference is, do you have awareness? Are you present with yourself? Are you able to catch yourself and to bring your attention back to where you were? And remember, whether the sensations are pleasant or unpleasant, we want to remain equanimous either way. We don't want to create more cravings in our body, craving this certain sensation or vibration that is awesome as we're meditating, because it's always going to be different. And we also don't want to create more aversion if there's pain or sensations that we don't like. Just know that this too shall pass. we're just approaching that halfway mark. We're just approaching that 10 to 11-minute mark. And just to give you a good example, I was feeling this sensation or a bit of pain showing up in my lower back. And that's not where I'm focusing. So initially I was focusing on it and I caught myself. And then I brought my attention to the space beneath my nostrils and above my upper lip. And now that sensation is gone, right? But if I would have kept paying attention to it and focusing on it, it would have only amplified. So this is what we're doing. We're training and mastering our mind to not get fixated on things, to simply just come back to the task at hand, focusing on the sensations beneath the nostrils and above the upper lip, even though there'll be sensations everywhere else in the body trying to take you away from that. So just always keep coming back to the present and to your task at hand. Remember that where our focus goes is where the energy flows. So let's make sure that we're focusing on what we want here. Let's keep focusing on the space beneath the nostrils and above the upper lip. Just notice whatever's arising for us there, the smile on our lips, staying as equanimous as we can. We have exactly 8 minutes left. So really give yourself the opportunity to be as present as you can here. Stay focused on the space beneath the nostrils and above the upper lip. And just observe the law of impermanence in action. Always remembering that this too shall pass. We only have 5 minutes left for meditation, and it's usually always the hardest part because our legs are going numb and all these other sensations are coming through. So just challenge yourself to stay as still as possible. You're going to maybe want to readjust or move. Try to stay as still as possible and just observe what happens. Just know that this too shall pass. So even if there's discomfort, the moment we're out of this, the discomfort will go away. Again, listen to your body. Of course, if you think the discomfort will not go away, then maybe make some adjustments. But just know that this too shall pass. And strengthen and master your mind here. Give yourself that opportunity. Just have a minute left, so make sure you're really here with yourself, observing the space beneath the nostrils and above the upper lip, remaining as equanimous and still as possible. Inhale those arms up overhead. Reach, 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 reach. Get a nice little stretch. Try to lengthen the spine, and then just bring one hand down, go into a nice little side bend. Do the same on the other side. Wow. Amazing. Oh my God. Good work, everyone. I was sure my sister was off today and she was going to be able to stay till the end and we would have sang her happy birthday. And I thought to myself, we didn't get Jareen a happy birthday here either, but we got a whole group of activists. She's like, no. We got a whole group of activists to put her on the spot at the Animal Liberation Kitchen. That was good. And awesome. Thank you so much. And you know what, you guys, like, even I'll give you an example. My experience today, my legs didn't go numb, which is like, it's the first time in every other time we've done that they didn't go numb today, which was really interesting. And but I felt this weird spot in my lower back that just kept acting up. And the thing is like, right, Linda, I feel you. It's like, I didn't want the silence to end. I feel you so much, trust me. That's why I would say apply to a Vipassana, girl. Like, honestly, 10 days of silence like this is like the best remedy ever. And then you're forced to do it. You get to not talk to anyone for 10 days. You get your meals served to you. You're living like a sister or a monk. You wake up with the sound of a gong. It's not an alarm. It's like this big giant bell outside. Like, it's very it's extremely spiritual. It's not religious. And SM Goenka talks about this a lot. He says, you know, the reason they don't make it religious is because this is a universal law of love. Like, this is accepting to anyone, right? It's not about, like, there's no conditions. It's about literally finding your peace and spreading that love. So that spot, when I caught myself, and I gave it as an example, when I caught myself focusing on that spot, I was like, it was getting worse, right? And I was like, okay, no. So I just came back to this space. And again, I was just observing. And the moment I really stayed connected here and I wasn't bringing my focus there, it was gone. Like, that's the beauty, is like everything arises and passes away. And if I would have kept my attention there, where our focus goes, the energy flows, right? It would have just amplified and gotten worse. But the moment I caught myself, I came back. And it's the same when we're having thoughts, right? When we're getting sucked into somewhere else, we just have to come back. We have to come back to where we're here. And the more moments we get with presence and equanimity, the more peace we're finding inside, because the more we're allowing ourselves to relieve ourselves of all those stored emotions that we've accumulated through our life. So every time you find yourself in silence and just not reacting to whatever's happening and letting it flow. So that sensation I was feeling in my lower back, the fact that I was able to move away from it, I acknowledged it was there, but I ignored it. Scott, but did you scratch, Linda? And so, right, the itches. And that's the biggest, that's another thing too. It's like, whether it's a sensation or an itch, the moment you just allow yourself to breathe through it and just like observe how it behaves, then all of a sudden, by letting it pass away, by letting it like dysmorph back into the universe, you basically just released yourself of an emotion. You just released yourself of something that you were holding on to that you don't even realize sometimes. And funny enough, when you go through Vipassana, when you do 10 days like that, I will tell you, when you're sitting for 12 hours a day meditating in silence, the stuff that comes into your head is incredible, okay? The stuff that you didn't even, oh, baby, that you didn't even remember. What's her name? I forget. Gizmo, right. Right. And so just think, like, every single time you allow yourself to come back and you let it go, you're releasing yourself. You're making yourself lighter, right? Oh, chemo, not Gizmo. Gizmo's your other one. You do have a Gizmo though. Yeah, that's a Siamese, right? Yeah. And yeah, so just remember, it's like, this whole thing is just training our brain. Like, we're teaching our mind, we're mastering our mind, right? To just always be able to be more in control. Like, just and this is applicable in everyday life. The more we practice this in the meditation, the more we can do this in every day. The less we react when people respond or like insult us, or a situation happens, like we don't become all up like, ah! We just kind of like, oh, just observe it for a little second. And we're like, okay, like, does it matter if I put all my energy here? Like, is it going to make things worse? Probably. How about I just kind of sit with this for a few seconds? Maybe I sleep on it tonight rather than react. Maybe I go and sit and meditate and reflect, right? So at the end of the day, we're just teaching ourselves to become better humans, to become more aware, to become more equipped with dealing with all of this situation that life will inevitably throw at us. So anyway, yes, staying present 100%. So y'all know the drill. Oh, I love that. Staying present is a goal of mine. It's a goal of all of ours, Scott. I really hope so. So just remember to be kind, be strong, and be true. Always be that best version of you. And I love that y'all are like knowing the drill. Like, you know how to do it now and everything. We had fun with Scott. Actually, he was like, be kind, and I was like, no. Be kind, be strong, be true. And then let us all help each other along the way. So yeah, she's on the ball. Jurine's on the stability ball. She's like, yep. I love sitting on that thing. Okay, so it's Monday. Make sure you know how to set yourself up for this week. Look at the week ahead and think to yourself, what do I want for myself this